What's up, y'all? It's me, Sydney, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I have Paige here, my beautiful model. She just got her highlights done, and I am about to install some raw virgin Indian body wave tape-ins on her. These tape-ins are from my hair collection. You can visit me at www.newjacksydney.com, and I am about to install these tape-ins. These tape-ins were customized by her colorist, and she was going for like different variations of blonde. And yeah, we about to get right into this install. So without further ado, if you would please like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions, suggestions, please feel free to ask me. This is not my first rodeo. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I own a salon down here in Mobile, Alabama. If you are out of town, if you like to travel to visit me to get me to do your hair, I am more than welcome to do that for you. But the hair extensions that I purchased are from India, and they are raw virgin Indian hair. It's always good to work with raw virgin Indian hair because you can get the highest level of lift without pulling any of those unwanted tones. Tape-ins, normally you would need about roughly 80 pieces when the hair is her length, but I did use about 100 in her hair. But typically when you have a person whose hair is shoulder length, you would only need about roughly 80 pieces. And the way you can measure the 80 pieces would be in grams. So for every 40 pieces, that's 100 grams. So if you're trying to go for a full look, you would tell the hair extension company that you would like 200 grams. So for every 40 pieces, that is 100 grams. So she got 80 pieces. That ended up being 200 grams. If you want to add a little more, each set particularly comes 20 pieces per set. But most of the vendors that I work with, they sell the hair by the 40 pieces. So 40 pieces equals 100 grams, 80 pieces equals 200 grams. It's a lot of math involved when you're dealing with tape-ins. So it's always best to go with a professional licensed stylist so they could actually do majority of the information for you. If you are ordering your own hair, you do want to stick with a texture that is the closest to your natural texture. You don't want to have 4A hair and you're buying straight hair. That's not going to cut it. You want to get some hair that is typically the same texture. My hair that I have in right now, it is similar to the texture that my hair grows. So you don't want to stray away from your texture. You want to stay within your realm. Paige, whom I'm working on now, she is mixed, so her hair texture is between 3B, 3C, and a 3B. So she does have a silk press, and after her hair got silk pressed, it's straight. But when she decides that she wants to wear it curly, she can, because her hair is actually in like a body wave. So that's really what you want to stick to. You want to stick to something that is close as possible to your natural hair texture and color. Now, the cool thing about tape-ins is if your hair is all a natural color, like you see how my hair is a natural color, which is like a 1B or a number 1, you can actually add highlights in with the tape-ins and it'll still look believable. It's just when the stylist who's installing it, they have to be thebomb.com when they're actually putting it in your hair. But this style isn't really hard. It's not harsh on the hair. This style will last her a good 2 months. It'll last longer, but your hair grows every day. Your hair sheds every day. So you don't want to go any longer than that. And right now I'm using a tape presser to press the tapes in. I only use a slither of hair. I don't use like a huge heaping amount of hair because you want the top tape to set with the bottom tape. You want to make sure that there is enough hair for the tape to adhere to without it being too thick in the middle. Now, tape ins are fairly easy to do, but they are also easy to mess up. So hopefully this video helps you guys kind of understand the methods to doing tape ins. I've been styling hair for a long time, so I grasped the concept pretty easy, pretty fast. I do brick lay my tape ins so that they would have a very smooth and even consistency. When you are flat ironing the tape ends, you don't want to flat iron the base of the tape ends because you don't want them to peel back open. Heat and oil and a lot of different things don't mix when it comes to getting the tape ends. I've had customers come in and they will actually oil their scalp before they get their tape ends, and I'm like, oh my god, why would you oil your scalp before you come to get your tape ins? When you oil your scalp prior to getting tape ins, it's just like a master for destruction because if you oil your scalp, that oil will get trapped into your cuticles. No matter if I clarify your hair, no matter if I shampoo your hair with the strongest acidic shampoo to clean your hair off, it's not going to pull all of the oil out of your hair. I'm going to have to steam your hair. I'm going to have to clarify your hair. That oil will get so trapped into your hair when I apply that flat iron to it. All of those oils will raise to the cuticle surface. So whatever you do, please refrain from oiling your scalp before you get your tape ins. That's one thing you want to do. You can get a relaxer prior to getting tape ins. I highly suggest you get a relaxer if you do have 4B, 4A, or even 3B, 3C texture hair sometimes, because if you're not going to wear it curly, you definitely want to relax your hair. Now, another texture that we do offer is called light yaki. I will insert pictures of the different types of tape ins that you can get, the different types of textures, all of that. The light yaki I've found is the most close to our natural hair. Like when I say natural, I mean relaxed. Like when you are relaxed, when you are natural and your hair is blown out, and after your hair is blown out, it has been straightened with a straightening iron, I believe the light yaki is the most believable. So I would strongly suggest looking into tape ins. Tape ins are very, very nice. Tape ins can look really, really realistic, but only if you stick with your natural color, natural texture. You don't want to stray away from something that's going to make your hair look unbelievable. But I do applaud all of the people who try them because they are really nice. They are really healthy for your hair. And that's something that I would say this is the best thing since sliced bread. Like the sew-ins are cool, but sometimes the sew-in braids can get a little itchy and things of that manner. So I finally finished Paige's hair. Well, I'm at the top, pretty much at the top. I'm almost finished. So that is how I install majority of them. I kind of place them to where I feel like they'll fall very naturally. I don't put them too close to her scalp. You want to be at least like a few millimeters away. And I say millimeters because that's a small distance away from her scalp. You don't want to be so close up on the scalp to where it pulls and it feels tight, because the follicles will eventually rip out if she pulls it too hard or she puts it up in a ponytail too fast. You don't want to have to wait for your client's hair to grow for the tape ins to actually feel better on their scalp. So I try to employ a good amount of distance away from her scalp so that she can get the full benefits of her entire style. This is literally one of my favorite styles to do on a customer because it's so natural and it's so lightweight. It's so easy to do. It takes like a little bit of time, but you do want to talk with your client and tell them like, please don't use the flat iron at the root. Please don't oil your scalp. Get the right texture. If the client needs a relaxer, suggest a relaxer. If they won't get a relaxer, suggest that they go with whatever grows out of their head. If their hair grows straight, we're going to put some straight hair in your hair. If your hair grows kinky curly, we're going to put kinky curly hair in your head. But please stress that once your hair reverts back to its natural texture, your style is not gonna look the part. That is the number one thing that I stress to my clients when they are getting tape-ins. If it doesn't blend with your hair, you better not put it in your head, because when you go out in the night air, when you go home, you are going to have to take care of this style solely by yourself, unless you're going to come to the stylist every 3 days, every week to get this style touched up. So those are the perks and the ups and downs to tape-ins. At home care, I don't suggest shampooing it the first week. I would give the second week. Let your tapes marinate. Let them kind of relax a little bit. And honestly, if the tape-in install has been done really well, there will be no need for you to shampoo your hair that first week. I know we don't like our hair to get oily. I know some people have scalp conditions. If you have a scalp condition, if you have oily scalp, if you have any type of psoriasis, dermatitis, eczema, if you have scalp conditions where your hair is falling out, this is not the style for you. The style for you would be a protective style like a wig or something like that. So we're finally done. And this is her style. It is her birthday, so she decided to get tape-ins for her birthday. And every time I take pictures of my clients, I go to my little grass wall that I created. I made this all by myself for my salon. So yeah. So make sure to follow me on Instagram at VT Studios. Follow my personal page at New Jack Sydney, and shop www.newjacksydney.com for all of my beautiful wigs and all of my beautiful all of the things that I create. I am a stylist. I love to be a stylist. I've been styling hair for over 10 years. So make sure to stay in contact. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.